Welcome to Potion Sword Run. In this episode, we're going to be talking about Ball X Pit, an indie game that just came out and got me hooked. I just had the credits rolled and I wanted to know about it. Now, Ball X Pit is a brick breaker game. You know, like that one where the little ball would go and you'll break the bricks up there, then you try to. It's a modernized one. The way that you should modernize older games. Essentially, the world ended. Spoilers. It's the first thing in the beginning. There's going to be spoilers in all this video. But the world ended. There's a meteor hit or something. And all that was left over was just a big old pit. And so you have a few survivors, one that you start with, and you unlock survivors as you keep on going out through the game. Each of these survivors or characters have their own characteristics when it comes to throwing the balls. Some of them are just normal, some of them go on a curve, some of them are slow, or just different type of things. Even one character plays itself. So each character that you play has a different twist on the way that they shoot the balls, which gives variety to the way you want to play. And then also on top of that, in time, when you progress, you can also combine two characters together to combine their characteristics as well, which makes it different than just playing it with a solo character. So that's awesome when it comes to the type of characters for replayability, and there is a lot of replayability in this game. Especially if you want to get all the achievements and stuff. Essentially, it's a brick breaking game, and you have a variety of different balls that you can choose from or start with, and as you progress on the level, you unlock balls. And with these balls, you can combine them to fuse them together to combine both of their characteristics. For example, if you have a fireball and you have a steel ball, if you combine those with fusion, you create like a magma ball, and so on. But it don't even stop there. When you just get that magma ball and something else that you fuse together, and you put those together, sometimes you can create an evolution. And some of these balls just get stronger and stronger as they go on. The evolutions actually create a brand new type of ball. For example, you combined a vampire ball with a dark ball. You put those together and you create a vampire lord, like a brand new ball. And then if you combine that ball, the vampire lord, with like a succubus ball that you created from different type of fusions, then you can create Nosferatu. Oh, you also need a mosquito too, which is like a 3 type of ball that you have to combine to create that one. But there's different type of special balls that you can unlock and create through evolutions if you go through the right path. But even if you don't do that with the balls, even the balls that you fuse together just become stronger and stronger and start combining their powers together, which makes it easier to break through those bricks. And the thing about it is, the game starts off pretty, normal, tough. You're not gonna pass it the first time. At least, maybe you might not, like the first level. But you get more stats, you get stronger, you get faster, and so on. And that goes with every character that you unlock. And so eventually, when you start getting to the end of the game, you are so powerful because you have unlocked all these type of special abilities and balls and stuff. Because as the game goes on, you only have a set piece of abilities and balls, but as you conquer the first, just like about maybe 8 or something levels, you conquer the first level, you get all different type of blueprints and stuff, which are unlockables, and those unlockables is what helps you proceed in the game, make you stronger and stuff. Plus replayability. The more you play a character, the stronger they get. They have a XP bar, so you're incentivized to just keep on playing with all these characters. Plus, if you want the achievements, you gotta unlock. You gotta pretty much pass all the characters, all the levels with the same characters. But that's just the first part of the game. There's also another little small part where you have to base build, and you get blueprints from the brick breaking levels. And when you get those blueprints, you can use them in your little base building level, which is above the hole that caused the big old pit. And in there, you kind of play pinball. You set up your houses in different structures in different ways so that you can throw your little minions or your little characters. As you unlock, you have more characters, and they play as like a little pinball machine, just ding 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 ding. You can get resources like wheat, rocks, and wood, and use that to build the blueprints for the houses that you get. You blueprints of different type of blueprints. Some of them unlock characters. Some of them are like gold mines, which is also an achievement you have to get. There's like learning centers. There's just things that give you XP boosts. Different characteristics through these little blueprints that you have to unlock by hitting them like a pinball machine. So you have like, it's not two games in one, but it's like another little added level or added aspect to the game, where you have to base build and actually build your base in a way where you can pinball correctly. You don't want to over cumber it, because then it'll just go nowhere. So you got to create different type of paths and geometry. You guys use some geometry if you actually want to get this, especially when it comes to one achievement where you have to get 1,000 gold, like pinball 1,000 gold, in one run. Like you just get one run, and whatever. Once they stop, you have a timer, and once the timer runs out, it's over. And the thing is, the only way to do that is to create a perfect run where each of these gold mines you only get 10, and you only get 100 per gold mine. So if you actually want to get that achievement, you have to create a perfect pinball that it hits all of those characters at least to get the 100 out. So it has to keep on bouncing and make sure it don't go anywhere else in the little level that you got. So that's going to be challenging. Probably going to be the last achievement that I get. But there's different aspects of the game, so it kind of keeps you want to quit on certain times because you've been playing so long. But then you're like, oh, let me just do this one little pinball run. Because it only takes like 10, 20, 30 seconds. And then once you do that, you're like, oh, you know what, let me just go do one more run down in the pit. And then you go break some more bricks, and then just cycle continues. Okay, now we're gonna get to the ending ish. Now there's only about 8 levels or so. In the end, this is the ending right here, which I don't quite understand like what's happening. It seems to me, spoilers, it seems to me that they got into a UFO. And they went to space and they just start spinning around it, but I don't get like what. That's it. Like, they don't tell you anything. So yeah, I'm not sure if that was just whatever type of ending, or they just wanted to keep it I don't know. I don't know what to think of the ending, but it did look freaking cool. The ending of this thing looked like all psychedelic. If you happen to be a person that puts things in the air, or whatever floats your boat, looking at that in the end, I was like, holy shit! It was like trippy. I loved it. It reminded me of Psychonauts 2 when they get trippy in that game. If you've played it, but anyways, this game was very satisfying. It was like playing some crack, and you just pick up and play. And like I said, you have like about 10 or 12 characters or so, and to get achievements and stuff, you have to beat each level with 10 characters, but then you also have to beat all the levels with each character. So there's replayability if you're into getting achievements, plus like it's crack. So like you do want to play, and you're like, okay, well I can just use this character this time and do it that way. But the thing is, each character does have its own XP, so some of them might not be powerful enough to beat the later levels. So you have to work your way up. Like I said, there is one character that plays itself. Like he just picks all the weapons, he does everything himself, and he just, you just watch. And the thing is, that comes in handy if you want to beat a level with a certain character that hasn't beaten it yet. You can just use that guy to run that level, and if he beats it, then the character that he has as a companion gets checked off the list too. So I did that quite a bit to get rid of some of the levels that I didn't want to do. I was researching something, or I was like on my laptop and I was letting it play. I did that a few times, just to get that main character strong enough so that he can actually pass all the levels himself without me playing, because obviously he plays himself. And so you got to get him strong enough. And the best way to get him strong enough is to do the companions and have him beat some levels for the other people. So it's like a one stone, two birds type of thing. Pro tip for you. Now the game was only $15, and to tell you the truth, it gave me, I don't know, I'm gonna say at least like 25 hours of gameplay. Like just going through it, trying to unlock everything, trying to get all the different weapons and stuff, and just different combinations, different fusions, and so on. So it's definitely worth the money. I think it was priced correctly, like $15. It was like perfect sweet spot, man. Like this is the way that games in this caliber should be priced. A lot of games should be priced a little lower, but that's a subject for another video. Anyways, in this one, I just want to let you guys know that Bollock's Pit is a pretty good brick breaker game, probably one of the best ones that I've ever played. I really like the twist on the balls, the evolutions, and the fusions, and all the different passive weapons that you get. And I like that each character shoots differently, has different characteristics, so that when you're replaying the levels, you don't feel like you're playing the same thing again, because you have to have different type of strategies. Like I said, some of these characters are weird. Like there's one character that plays like a RPG, where it's like they take turns. So that one takes a long time. So you have to wait for them to move and shoot, and then you move and shoot, instead of being all fluid the way it is. There's one character that picks the weapons for you, so you're pretty much at his mercy, and you just play and hope that he picks the right balls, and sometimes he does, so it's pretty cool. He gets a weird combination sometimes that you wouldn't have thought of, and they end up working. And the thing is, when you get that perfect combination of balls, like different fusions and evolutions, I mean, you become so powerful. You just start breaking bricks like it's nobody's business. And even though the game does start to get easier as you get stronger, there is a fast mode as well, which I recommend, because it's just, I don't know, I like that pace better. And there's also a slow mode too, if you want to go slower too, if it's too much for you. And it might be a little bit too quick for some people, because there is like particle effects and so much things going on. It might be like brain overload, so you can slow it down if you want. Once you pass the game, you also do get a game plus, and as from what I can see so far, is just longer. Like in order to go down each level, you have to find gears and blueprints. So pretty much pass it with two different people. A certain level, then you get two gears, and you can go down to the next level. Then you pass that with two people, you go down to the next level, 2 gears down to the next level, up to you reach the final level. In gameplay plus, you have to beat it at least like I think 8 times or 6 times to get down. So it's just a lot of replayability or repetition, depending on if you like it or not. I'm gonna keep on going, just because I like playing it, having fun. Even though I'm done with it, I don't mind jumping in for a few different brick breaking sessions, and just to see how the gameplay plus proceeds and so on, because there is like a lot of different unlockables that you can still unlock and play. Like I said, the fast mode and gameplay plus. Right now, I pretty much beat it all in normal mode. I only need 2 more achievements. Like I said, the gold rush mine, where I have to gold pinball 1,000 worth of gold, which is going to be difficult. And then there's one that says complete all encyclopedia. I'm not sure if that's because I haven't gotten that one yet, or if there's still another type of ball that I haven't fused together or unlocked. But I think I have. So I don't know. I'll wait and see. But I definitely recommend this game. I had so much fun with it, especially if you're like into old school brick breaking games. This one just takes it on to another level. It really does. And I think it's available on all systems. It only costs about 15 bucks, so it's perfectly priced. And I got like at least like a week worth of playing it non-stop. I stopped playing Ghost of Yote because this game got me hooked. And so now it's time to go back to that game. Anyways, I'm going to leave it right there. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Remember, always be kind to yourself and enjoy your life. And I'll meet you right there. Peace.